everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today I'll be talking some more on the new Naked Gun starring Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson. My anticipation for this movie was high, the buzz was just so great for it, and I watched a lot of interviews with Pamela and Liam Neeson, and they just had a wonderful chemistry. I think they've done a tremendous job in marketing this film. The press has been great. But when it came to the point of going to see it, sitting in that theatre and soaking it up, for me, it just didn't live up to those earlier films. So I went into the cinema, I settled into my seat, and I'm going to be very honest with you. The film kicked off, and I received that trailer moment with Liam Neeson in the underwear, dressed in that Girl Scout costume. And for me, that really didn't hit the sweet spot in the trailer. So watching it play out at the head of the film, it was just okay. So for me, it didn't get off to the greatest of starts. But then the title card comes on, The Naked Gun, and they almost can't fit gun on the title screen, and they kind of sneak it in there and push it in, and I felt that was very funny. So that was the big laugh at the head of the movie for me, and I felt that they could have done something with a credit sequence, a bit of a cheeky ode to the past, and they could have got that siren going with Neeson driving the car, and the car is going here, there and everywhere, and I was expecting one of those types of sequences. And we never get that at the start of the film, and I thought that that may have kicked off the film in a unique way if they had showed Neeson in the car and come up with some good sight gags. So a bit of a missed opportunity there as far as throwbacks go, but these days they just don't do credit sequences anymore. But maybe with a spoof movie like this would have been the perfect time to do so. And also, I must say, the cinema that day was very quiet. I went in a morning session, there wasn't too many people, and there was only 7 of us in the theatre. And when I say that, it actually dropped. We wound up with 6 people in the theatre by the end. A lady who was in there left around the 45-minute mark. So she'd had enough, got up and left. So there was only a half a dozen of us there. And I would have to say there was no one in fits of laughter. We weren't howling. And I remember going to see those early Naked Gun films with Leslie Nielsen. I saw all 3 of those in the theatre. And literally at times there was tears of laughter streaming out of my eyes. So this movie never hits the bullseye for that. It's not the Golden Mile. It's just lukewarm, and the jokes weren't there for me. It just kind of has 2 or 3 good ones, and then it putters along for 10 or 15 minutes with very few jokes, and then we get maybe one again, and then it peters out. So yes, I would have to say that I went into this film with high expectations and walked away underwhelmed, and that's sad. So as I exited the theatre to the sounds of Liam Neeson singing on the end credits, I mean, that was a little bit too much to take. But as I exited to the sounds of Liam trying to sing, it just didn't feel like the old days. So The Naked Gun, a missed opportunity, I believe. But maybe things can improve with the second instalment. Maybe they can look at some of the criticisms. Maybe they can bust out some better jokes. So there's a part of me that makes me feel that the hype and buzz killed it for me. And maybe I need to look at this movie now through a different lens. So I was anxious to see it. I walked away disappointed, and since then my wife's come to me and she said, "How was The Naked Gun?" And I said, I was disappointed. I really was. I wanted more. I got a little less. Liam Neeson was fine. Pamela was fine. But for some reason, the jokes just didn't hit the bullseye. And she said to me, "Well, I want to see it." And I said, "Yeah. Well, why do you want to see it?" And she said, "Look at those trailers. The hype is just amazing. I want to go and see a funny film." And in the end, I looked at my wife and I said, if you want to go and see it, I will support you. I'll go and check it out again. So by the looks of things, I will be going to see The Naked Gun for a second time in the cinema. I'm going to go with my wife one night and check it out. So maybe now I can go and see this film and look at it through a different lens. Maybe I can just take it for what it is, what it was trying to do. And maybe I should just cushion some of those Leslie Nielsen movies out of my mind and just focus on what this film is doing. So sometimes I do get to the point where I like to reevaluate things, and I love a good comedy. Maybe I just need to experience it in a different setting, maybe with a bigger crowd, maybe just looking at it without all the hype. So I will give it another shot, and I may return to talk more on The Naked Gun. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again very soon.